have tested out over 20 concealers these past few months. Some were amazing and others not so much. But after a lot of trial and error, I have figured out what actually works. Even the best concealers can fail you if your technique is off, especially if you have dry or mature skin. So in this video, I am sharing the exact hacks I use to prevent creasing, dryness, and fading. Trust me, you're gonna wanna watch all the way through because these tips really do make all the difference. Hack number 1, start off with a hydrating base. You're gonna wanna apply a lightweight but hydrating eye cream. I particularly like to go back and forth with these two. This is the Kiehl's Super Multi-Corrective Eye Zone Treatment, and the other one is by It Cosmetics. It's called Confidence in an Eye Cream. And I actually really love both of these. Make sure that you allow it to fully absorb in before moving on. This is going to hydrate and smooth the under eye area, creating a perfect base for your concealer to grip onto. This also helps prevent creasing, dryness, and patchiness throughout the day. Hack number 2, don't over-saturate. You want to use a thin layer of concealer because too much product leads to creasing and settling. Focus only on the areas that need it. For me, that's the inner and outer corners and the hollows of my eyes, which a lot of times I call them my troughs. You're gonna wanna avoid going all the way up to your lash line. This is gonna help prevent your eyes from looking crepey and the product from settling into those fine lines. A lighter touch keeps the under eyes looking natural and smooth. Hack number 3, applying a second layer strategically. Add a second layer only where you need more coverage. You definitely wanna skip reapplying over the entire under eye. Spot layering prevents buildup and keeps the finish lightweight, while still giving you the coverage you want. My second layer usually ends up in the hollows of my under eyes. Hack number 4, warm it up. Warming up the product helps it melt into your skin more easily, and it makes it way easier to blend. It also gives you way more control over how much you're actually applying, helping you avoid using too much and wasting product. When I used to apply it directly under my eyes, I would apply way too much. I would end up wiping half of it away, which wastes so much product. Hack number 5, let it get tacky. Let your liquid concealer sit for like 30 seconds before blending. Use a mini fan if needed. Using a mini fan to speed up the process is one of my favorite hacks, especially if you're in a hurry or if you're somebody that's super impatient like me. Letting it get tacky gives the concealer more grip onto the skin, which helps it stay in place longer and deliver better coverage without piling on all the extra layers. All right, I'm gonna pause for a second. If this is already making your life easier, tap that like button and subscribe if you want more no fluff beauty tips like these. Hack number 6, use your fingers in a beauty blender and skip the brushes. Start by blending in the concealer with your fingertips. Once it's almost fully blended in, then you're gonna wanna pick up your beauty blender, your beauty sponge, and gently press it in to make sure that everything is blended very nicely. Brushes can lift the moisture and leave your under eyes looking dry, especially if you have dry skin. Fingertips help melt the product into the skin, and the sponge smooths it out while pressing away any creases without absorbing too much product. Hack number 7, mix and layer for custom coverage. The first way you can do this is by mixing 2 different concealers together. One that might be too full coverage for you, one that might be too serum-y for you, and blended together can make the perfect consistency. Or you can layer. You can start off by applying a color corrector under your eyes, let it sit and get tacky. Then you can follow up with a lighter concealer on the inner and outer corners of your eyes. That will give you a nice brightening effect while still concealing your dark circles. This combination corrects dark circles and brightens without piling on the product, especially ideal for mature skin that can't handle too much product at once. Hack number 8, the pre-crease trick. You're gonna wanna make a crinkled face. This helps push out any concealer that may be settling into your fine lines. You're gonna wanna take your beauty blender and blot out any extra product that got squished out from you crinkling your face. This little step helps prevent your under eyes from creasing midday. Hack number 9, precision cleanup, and one of my favorite hacks. Use a pointed Q-tip to strategically remove any extra concealer that might have remained in your fine lines. This helps remove the concealer that settled into the fine lines without disturbing the rest of your concealer. Hack number 10, use a setting powder only where it's needed, not over the entire under eye area. If you feel that you must use a setting powder, you're going to want to make sure that you strategically place it only in the areas that actually need it. Make sure to use a very lightweight invisible setting powder only on the crease prone areas. Make sure to tap off all the extra powder before applying and use a very lightweight fluffy brush. Over powdering dries out the under eye. Targeted setting helps lock it in while keeping the high points hydrated and radiant. Hack number 11, setting spray, Revive. Lightly mist a hydrating setting spray onto a damp sponge. Then gently press over the under eye area. This refreshes and rehydrates dry looking concealer without moving it. It's perfect for touch-ups and refreshing midday. Hack number 12, Rehydrate dry or matte concealer. This hack is perfect if you accidentally over powdered or if your under eyes tend to get dry or matte or tired looking midday. You're going to want to take a tiny bit of balm on the tips of your fingertips and gently press it into your under eye area. This brings back a fresh, hydrated look without disrupting your concealer. It also adds a nice glow, which is especially helpful for somebody who has dry or mature skin. All right, so I have a little bonus hack for you. After watching the footage back for this video, I noticed that I had a little extra texture showing on the inner corners of my eyes. So if you have a little extra texture or dryness on the inner corners of your eyes, this is what you can do. You can either take a balm or a silicone primer and dab just a tiny bit on the inner corners of your eyes. It's not something that I would recommend putting under the entire eye area because I feel like that is going to make your concealer slip. Even if it's not right away, it can tend to slip midday. It really does help smooth everything out, and it helps keep your eyeshadow from settling into those dry patches before you even get to your concealer. Techniques make all the difference because even the best concealers won't perform if applied the wrong way. Try a few of these hacks and see for yourself, especially if you're dealing with dryness, creasing, or longevity issues. Also, if you have not checked out my concealer series, I will link it right here and in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.